One of the questions that I get asked most frequently is, hey, Ale, how do you guys turn ideas into products? And well, we follow a very simple framework that I'll recommend to you. And it starts with really writing a PRD. We use this at Ocho. I use this on my personal projects. I think that if you're an early stage startup, you got to keep things as simple as possible. So what is a PRD? A PRD stands for a product requirement document, in case you weren't aware. And what this does is this basically serves as an outline that you and your team can use in order to build your feature out, right? So the first thing we'll do is we'll use something like maybe Notion, could be a Google Doc as well, and you'll write your PRD there. Then after that, maybe one engineer is going to take the lead, maybe the product manager, whoever is designated at your team, they're going to use a tool like either Linear or Jira. I love Linear. And you're going to create actionable tickets that an engineer and the design team can actually turn this into an actual feature. And then you'll go ahead and build away. So let me give you kind of like a very simple example of what a PRD should look like. This is definitely imaginary. I absolutely use ChatGPT to generate this. But generally, a PRD should be kind of have this hierarchical structure, right? You might want to write things with headings, and that's how you can create sections. This is a fictional PRD, outlines the requirements for implementing a new feature in the Galactic Explorer platform, allowing users to designate beneficiaries for their interstellar accounts. You want to add the goal, maybe add some background. You could even add examples if maybe this is a feature that maybe your competition has already implemented. You can definitely just like add the examples here of how they use it. You want to add some specifics. Then it's really, really crucial to add the steps for the MVP implementation, the minimum viable product offering that you can do, and what that should look like. That should include all the steps necessary, all the fields you need to collect, features like removing the celestial beneficiary or saving a new galactical change, even how the backend implementation should look like. If you do this right, there should be no questions from anyone in the team once you start building. The idea is also, once you have this document, you bring design on, you bring the engineers, you share it with the team, and you can have conversations here like, hey, well, maybe you want to have a comment. What does this mean? And this could be something for your product manager or for like the person who wrote the PRD, and you can have the conversation here. The idea is that once you start building, all the information, questions, and answers you might have, you can find here. Once you do this, we'll move over to Linear, which is, again, my tool of choice. I personally like to create projects. I think they're a great way to track things. Once you have your project, you want to create tickets, right? Usually at Ocho, just to use it as an example, one developer will take the lead on a feature and they'll create the tickets. So you'll create meaningful tickets like design the user interface, right? Add as much description as you can. You want to implement the front-end components. Again, add the description. Here, you could also have conversations, assign it to a person like myself, give it a priority. All right, this is ready to go into do. Something really cool that I also like is that you could use dates, like a start date. You can add the members, what team this is. This is planned. Nope, let's get it in progress. You can add milestones. So maybe a milestone could be like just simply design the interface. Once all that is there, you could also add like documents here. You can link your Notion document. So basically your project will be like the central hub of the whole feature or idea that you're trying to build, right? You could also not use Notion and just simply add the document here. It's perfectly fine. Like let's say PRD, right? Another cool thing that I really like, and this is absolutely just a nice to have, is you could add emojis, right? It just makes it really much that cooler. You have cool graphs, you have, I don't know, you have all these great things. So this is a very simple framework that we use, but it's bulletproof. If you're a startup, especially in the early stages, the more process you have, that's going to kill your vibe. You really need to be simple and lean as you're outputting these products. If you have any questions, feel free to DM me via Twitter, LinkedIn, or wherever, and like I'll help you clear out stuff. I also do startup advisory. So, this is something I advise everyone, and I'm happy to talk to your startup as well. Thank y'all.